In this video, I've tried to explain what whipper snipper cord I'm using. Probably that one, this one, whatever. Stay tuned. Whipper snipper cord. Yeah, we've been there, done that. What to use, whatever we use, such as this one. This is a steel cord. I've still got some left, as you notice. Anyway, just ends it. I think I did use it in the original steel, which is just that one just there beside me. But I took it out and it was overuse a little bit. Now, what the whipper snipper cord should you use? Should I use a 2mm, 1.6, or a 2.4, or a 2.7, or a 3mm? I'm here to explain, to clear things up. This is a 2.4mm line, same as this one here, the Trailblazer. So this is a 2.4, I think, without seeing my glasses, 0.95. What's the name? So I need more of this, so don't worry about that. It all comes in various lengths and sizes, and depending what you're going to be using, particularly if you're using electric whipper snipper, you'll be looking at a 1.4 or 1.64 for your electric and battery operation whipper snippers. For petrol, you can get away with a one. There is available a 1.8. I have to double check that. I have to double check that one. There is a 1.8. You can use a 2mm, 2.1, which is available, 2.4, which is this one, 2.7mm, which I haven't got. Sorry about that. And I have got a 1.6 somewhere in my garage. Don't you just love the birds out here? And I've got a 3mm as well, which I should have got. So just give me a moment. I'll go grab those. Anyway, I just got them. These are the couple of lines I got here. I'll just show you. These lines, this one here, this is a 3mm by 50 metre. That's by, as you can see, garden line, 3mm. That's pretty good. I haven't tried that yet. So here we are. That's pretty good. I haven't tried that yet. I might put it on my Honda, see what happens. This is one of these familiar brand names. This is a 2.7mm. I should have put that one on my Honda. Give that one a go. Might even think about that. Actually, I did. My dad used that when he was alive. I think that came from an auto store, because some auto stores do sell these whipper snipper lines. And this is by Lawnkeeper by Victor. This is a 2mm. That's what I'm using on my Makita at the moment, on my Makita battery whipper snipper. That's not too bad. That's pretty good. I don't mind that one. And here's the same one as this one. I only just bought this not long ago. So that's a 2mm. I bought that at Bunnings. So 2 by 50, that's a length of 58. So yes, and of course, yeah, good stuff from the made in the USA. Don't mind them. Even from another one from Germany, I think. There is something like this in steel, was made in Germany. You know, I've used it. I use it. And pretty good. Wish I know the name of it, so put the comments down in below if you can. This Trailblazer I've been using for a couple of years now. It is fantastic. It's also made in the USA, so it's all depending on your preferences, what whipper snipper cord you fancy. So that's why I stuck to my most favourite, the Trailblazer. So what whipper snipper cord you should be using on your whipper snippers and brush cutters? Well, that's up to you. I got my preferences. which is this one. Another preferences I would go for, if I didn't have Trailblazer, Oregon. And you can get Oregon from your local mower shops or Bunnings warehouse. Probably also selected auto stores, if they do have them, probably this brand here, under that brand maybe as well. I'm not sure. Audi will put out like Garden Line or FedEx in this one, so if you want to go for that type, just do it, but I don't know how long it will last. Some of the steel products lasted me when I had my FS44, this one just here, it lasted me very, very well. And I bought a container load of that, just a small one, just about that size. That lasts me a fair distance on my mowing runs. When I took this on my mowing runs, you'll see a video of that one day. So this is the line is on. It's on my current head at the moment. So that's a very good line. So it's a very good one by Steel. I've got another one here. It's grey and it's off a Victor Tornado. This is a 3mm one, and it's very good. It is a 3mm. I just had another look. So that's pretty good. Now, cutting heads. What is my favourite? I don't have particularly a favourite at all. Probably the one I got on my Honda is a butterfly. Now, before I went over to a butterfly, I used one of these. This is called a Little Dewey. Just so you can see the spelling. So this is a Little Dewey. As you can see, there's the name of it. Apparently they just came back on the market and I saw them. Probably I did saw them at Bunnings warehouse, so check that out. You might have to go online on their website, littledewy.com. There's some advantages and disadvantages. Some of the the disadvantages, it's not quite good on certain makes and models of brush cutters, particularly on the Steel, Honda, Shindawa. There's another one, AMMMP. Tanaka is another one, so that's another good one. Oh, there's so many brands out there. I'm trying to take this off. I'll do that later. But a lot of cutting heads, like on the Steel, I've got. My Steel is an auto feed. I'll show you. It's an auto feed. As you can see, when it spins out, when it runs, it will spin out automatically. And a lot of them are bump feeds as well, like my father's Husqvarna. You might see something. This is another one. And I got one over here, which is a Wesco whippersnipper. Take off something. What else? So it's one of these ones. It's a flatbed. You might see a video of that one. It's all those are manual feeds. All of them are manual feeds. So some of your favourite cutting heads, that's up to you. But my entirely, I don't actually have a favourite. So probably the most favourite one I've got currently is on my Honda is a Butterfly, genuine product. It's fantastic. I can't fault with it. Occasionally it does slip the cord out of it. As you know, I'm still going to try to take this off. One moment. I did have it off. No, forget it. So, second favourite I got to go for the one on the Steel, the auto feed. I kind of like it as well. So Another one, there's a steel. They're looking at me right now. There's one of these. I have seen them before, and I've seen them in action. There's one of these with the plastic blades and a line. I haven't tried this as yet. I only bought this down at my local markets for only, I think I paid about $10 at the time, a couple of years ago. No, I haven't fitted it. I haven't fitted it on my FS44. I haven't tried it yet on my U one yet, the FS55RC. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at my old one. Not my old one, my new one. Yes, this is the same cutting head as mine, but a different blade guard, would you believe? So, that's not a bad one. But for these little Deweys, disadvantages and advantages, for me, very good. Holds it in place, but it does slip. But the disadvantages for me is you have to keep stopping and reloading as well. So it's the same as my Honda Butterfly. It's one I've got to stop every couple of inches. If it goes about beyond here, I have to renew it. That's why I'm going to do a demonstration here. That's why. Yeah, if it gets below something like this, there's my fingers acts as a cutting head. If it gets down something like that, I had to renew. I wouldn't go anything under a certain centimetre in your line trimmer. I personally don't like the use of, you might say, homemade whippersnipper lines like zip ties, whatever. If the manufacturer says they recommend only use zip ties, yeah, just go for it. But don't use wire unless you've got steel cap boots and shoes. And I would not recommend whippersnipping in bare feet or open sandals like I've got on now at the moment. So just be careful. There are some wire ones available. I've seen some injuries happening on YouTube lately with using whippersnipper cord. So just make sure you wear some footwear if you can. I never had an injury with whippersnipper line whatsoever, and I've been very, very careful. So just make sure you wear some safety shoes if you can. I've seen a lot of people, particularly mainly men, and young men as well, wearing bare feet or open sandals while whippersnipping their driveway, street, whatever. No, don't do that, please. Otherwise, you're going to get a nasty injury. You could end up in the ER if you're not careful. So that's the self-explanatory of these whippersnipper cords and whippersnipper heads as well. The particular brands that I mainly use, as I said before, Trailblazer I would prefer to use, or Oregon as well. If I had no choice, I would probably go for like this Lawn Keeper or the Power Fit, if I can, in the 2mm or 2.4, something like that. If you're shopping in Aldi and they've got something on their special buys, if they only got 3mm, yeah, you can't get away with that. It's all depending on your CCs on your brush cutter. So my Steel FS44 is a 25 cc, so just watch out for your recommendation. I lost it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So if you got a 22 cc, I would choose for a 2mm line. If you've got a heavier gear like my Steel Honda and several others, 2.4 or 2.7 or 3mm, you can get away with a 2mm Yes, you can. I just had a thought. You can get away with a 2 mil. What else? Yeah, just make sure you get the right whippersnipper cord for your machine. If you don't get the right one, seek assistance if you can at your local mower shop or hardware stores such as Bunnings Warehouse, Mitre 10, Home Hardware, whatever. So that's just a brief what I've just been doing. So hope that helped you out. Hey, I got it open this time. This is what in the little jewel you get. I got other nuts and washers as well. This is a setup for the Stihl FS44 and the 55RC. So that's what that's inside of it. So you put your line through these holes, if you can see my finger there. So, and that's the setup. I think one of the washers you might have to put on the brush cutter head, threaded I should say. Anyway, thank goodness a pair of extendable pliers I had to use. So that's, whoops, terribly sorry, I got the little tripod on me. So that's what's the inside. That's what I was supposed to take off. So I want to show you all what it is. But I got several nuts and washers with me. So if you ever want to get one of these little jury, by all means. But if you don't like it, you know what to do. And these Stihl heads, this is called a polycut. I don't know if it's available or not, so just check out at your local Stihl dealership. So if you can, I think it is still available, but I cannot confirm. So I'll check out when I go back out and get some advice if they are still available whatsoever. And if they are still available, I'll upload another video sometime down the track. So that's how the situation at the moment. So I do the conclusion. So what brand I should be using? Well, I know what brand I am still going to be continuing, particularly if I do community work for some people when I semi-retire. Well, definitely I go for this one, the Trailblazer. So that's how I'm going to be still going to continue. As I said, there are several brands out there I can think of, but I still got to remember what I have to see, if you can see. There's some other Brushcutter brand names I just thought of. One of them is my favourite, Tanaka, and there are Bush Ranger Brushcutter ranges out there. That's an Australian product. That's McCulloch is another one. Ryobi Homelight. I'll be doing a talk about that in the future very soon, about Homelight and Ryobis. Victor have got one in the Brushcutter range. They call the Victor Tornadoes. I'll do a separate information on that one, on about Victor Tornadoes. Some other cheaper ones also available, like GMC and Talons. I dread about those two. Rover have got one, Rover mowers, but Rover have got brush cutters. Stihl, as I said, Stihl's got them. Husqvarna, this is a Husqvarna just there. That's my dad's. There's too many good ones out there. Massport did have them, but I think they discontinued them for some reason. So that's what I'll be checking at your local hardware store or your lawnmower shop. So please do support your stores if you can. If you're going to buy anything off online, be wary about returns, about that. So before you buy, check their return policies or whatever. I heard a lot of stories about buying everything off eBay. I'm anti eBay person. I never buy anything off eBay and never will, and I hate eBay. Why I hate eBay, I just don't know. Amazon, I love Amazon. I love Amazon over eBay for sure. So anyway, I hope these information will provide you something with this. I'll see you what am I doing next.